Have you ever thought that just a few small morning habits could silently become the hidden cause of strokes in older adults? It may sound hard to believe, but this is a reality happening every day in our bedrooms, bathrooms, and breakfast tables. I'm a neurologist with over 15 years of experience working with thousands of elderly patients. And I want to say this clearly, a stroke is not a sudden accident. It's the result of repeated wrong choices, especially those made in the early hours of the day. In today's video, I'll show you 7 seemingly harmless morning habits that quietly bring you closer to a stroke, day by day. We'll count down from 7 to 1, where the most dangerous habit lies, a habit many people continue every morning without knowing the risk. Stay with us until the end, because I won't just point out the mistakes, you'll also learn simple, effective solutions that you can begin as early as tomorrow morning. Habit number 7. Drinking too much coffee on an empty stomach. Many older adults start their mornings with a strong cup of coffee as if it's a sacred ritual. They believe it sharpens the mind and wakes the body. But what they don't realize is that consuming large amounts of caffeine on an empty stomach is a shock to the circulatory system. Caffeine spikes adrenaline, the stress hormone, causing blood vessels to constrict, heart rate to rise, and blood pressure to surge rapidly. A 2011 study showed that the risk of ischemic stroke can double within 1 hour of drinking coffee, especially if consumed without food. For those over 60, especially with a history of hypertension or narrowed arteries, this can be extremely dangerous. You may feel alert, but your brain is under pressure, overclocked, without you knowing it. Solution: instead of pouring coffee the moment you wake up, start with a glass of plain or warm water to rehydrate. Eat something light, like whole grain toast, a banana, or a boiled egg before having coffee. Limit it to 1 moderate cup without too much sugar or cream. Habit number 6. Ignoring morning dizziness. Weak limbs or slurred speech. Ever wake up feeling a little dizzy, unsteady, or notice your speech slurring? Many shrug it off as poor sleep or just getting old. But don't ignore it. These could be early warnings from the brain signals that it's not getting enough blood, or worse, that you just experienced a TIA, a transient ischemic attack, or mini-stroke. According to the American Stroke Association, TIAs often occur in the morning, lasting just a few minutes, but serving as a major red flag that a full stroke could be near. If you ever feel one side of your face droop, one arm feels weak, or your words become jumbled, even for a moment, it's not something to dismiss. Remember the FAST rule, F. Face is one side of the face drooping. Arms: can both arms be raised evenly? S. Speech: is the speech slurred or unclear? T. Time. If you notice any signs, call emergency services immediately. Solution: if you notice any of these symptoms after waking up, take them seriously. Note the time, duration, and sensations, and visit a doctor as soon as possible. It could be your last chance to prevent a full-blown stroke. Habit number 5. Getting out of bed too quickly. Did you know that jumping out of bed too fast can endanger your brain? When we sleep, our circulatory system slows down. Blood pressure drops. Heart rate steadies, and blood vessels dilate to let the brain rest. Suddenly sitting up or standing too fast shocks the system, possibly causing orthostatic hypotension, a drop in blood pressure leading to dizziness, fainting, or worse. For older adults, a fall due to morning imbalance can cause head trauma, fractures, or in severe cases, a stroke from reduced blood flow to the brain. According to Mayo Clinic, orthostatic hypotension is a high stroke risk factor, especially right after waking. Solution: create a safe wake-up ritual. After opening your eyes, stay still for 1 to 2 minutes. Breathe slowly and deeply. Then sit up gradually and let your feet touch the floor. After another 30 seconds to 1 minute, stand up slowly. These extra few minutes each morning can prevent falls, blood pressure crashes, and serious brain injury. Habit number 4. Delaying urination. After waking up, you may think holding in your morning urge to urinate is harmless, a minor discomfort while you check your phone or stretch your arms. But for older adults, this seemingly small delay can spark a dangerous internal reaction. Overnight, your bladder fills as your kidneys continue working even while you sleep. By morning, it's often near capacity. When you ignore the urge to go choosing, instead to scroll snooze or sit in silence, you're forcing your body to tolerate rising internal pressure. This stress stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, releasing hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, the same stress chemicals that surge during fear or anger. These hormones cause your blood vessels to constrict, your heart rate to rise, and your blood pressure to spike. And all this is happening at a time when your blood pressure is naturally highest, between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. This combination can be devastating for people over 60, especially those with hypertension, heart disease, or vascular damage. In the worst cases, the strain on already fragile blood vessels, especially those in the brain, can rupture an artery or block blood flow, triggering a stroke while you're still lying in bed staring at your phone. Practical tip: as soon as you wake up and feel the urge, do not delay. Don't reach for your phone. Don't sit in bed. Don't wait just a few more minutes. Get up, walk carefully, and relieve your bladder immediately. It's a simple act of self-care that could save your brain and your life. Habit number 3. Skipping water. First thing in the morning. We often think of water as something we drink when we're thirsty. But for your brain, blood, and organs, water isn't optional. It's foundational. And during sleep, your body loses fluid silently through every exhale, through your skin, and through your kidneys. By morning, your body is in a mild state of dehydration, even if you don't feel it. When dehydration isn't corrected quickly, your blood thickens, making it harder to circulate. Your heart has to pump harder, and your blood vessels endure more pressure. The result: increased cardiovascular strain, sluggish circulation, and slower oxygen delivery to the brain, an extremely dangerous combination for those at risk of stroke. A groundbreaking study published in Stroke 2015 revealed that stroke patients who were dehydrated upon arrival at the hospital were 4 times more likely to suffer severe complications or death than those who were hydrated. Dehydration didn't just raise the risk, it worsened the outcome. And here's something even more serious for elderly people on diuretics, or those with kidney disease. Dehydration is more than just a dry throat issue. It's a silent neurological risk that can accelerate clot formation and brain cell damage. Practical tip: within 5 minutes of waking up, drink 1 glass 250-300 milliliters of room temperature or slightly warm water. Not coffee, not juice, not tea. Water. This reactivates your metabolism, restores fluid balance, and kickstarts healthy circulation. It's the simplest morning habit and one of the most powerful shields against stroke. Habit number 2. Starting your day with a salty breakfast. Salt is everywhere, especially in modern breakfast items that are marketed as quick, tasty, and convenient. But when your morning begins with instant noodles, processed meats, cheese, canned soup, or pre-made sandwiches, you're ingesting an invisible weapon: excessive sodium. Salt draws water into your bloodstream, increasing blood volume and pressure. In a young person, the body may compensate. But in older adults, especially those with stiff arteries, heart disease, or kidney impairment, This early morning sodium surge can lead to vascular stress, brain swelling, or vessel rupture. What's worse, most people don't know they're consuming too much sodium. A sausage sandwich may contain 700 millicolors of sodium, more than half of your daily maximum before 8 a.m. And sodium doesn't just raise blood pressure, it damages the lining of blood vessels, promotes plaque buildup, and increases the risk of hemorrhagic stroke. A landmark study in Stroke Journal 2012 tracked over 2,600 adults and found that those who consumed more than 4,000 milliliters of sodium per day had a 2.6 times higher risk of stroke, while each additional 500 milliliters of sodium raised stroke risk by 17%. Practical tip: build a brain-friendly breakfast. Stick to boiled eggs, fresh fruits, unsweetened oatmeal, or whole grain toast. Limit salty processed foods to no more than 400 milliliters of sodium in your first meal. Read labels. If you can't pronounce the ingredient, don't eat it before noon. Your brain deserves calm blood flow, not a salt bomb at sunrise. Habit number 1: forgetting or mismanaging your morning medication. This is the most dangerous and most widespread mistake. Because unlike diet or hydration, which your body might adjust for over time, your medication doesn't forgive mistakes. Forgetting to take your morning blood pressure meds, blood thinners, or heart medication is like turning off the safety valves of your cardiovascular system during the most vulnerable time of day. Morning is when cortisol peaks, blood pressure surges, and your heart works harder to prepare for the day. Without medication to regulate this response, your risk of sudden stroke or cardiac event multiplies. And it's not just forgetting. Some people take their meds with coffee, which can interfere with absorption. Others take them without water or take a double dose later thinking they're catching up. The worst case is when someone feels fine and decides to skip or adjust the dose on their own. This creates a dangerous roller coaster of blood pressure highs and lows, a direct pathway to stroke, heart attack, or cognitive decline. According to the American Heart Association, over 50% of adults over 60 are non-adherent to at least one critical medication. It's not forgetfulness, it's a slow surrender to risk. Practical tip: treat your medication as non-negotiable. Use a daily pill organizer, set automatic reminders, and link your dose to another morning habit like brushing your teeth. Take all pills with a full glass of water unless instructed otherwise. Never adjust or skip a dose without explicit doctor approval. Your medications are not just maintenance. They are your defense line, your early morning armor against silent killers like stroke. Conclusion 7. Habits that could quietly lead to a stroke. From drinking coffee on an empty stomach to skipping vital pills, these small daily choices slowly weaken your blood vessels. And one morning all it takes is a bit of stress, a rush of anger, or a sudden movement, and everything can collapse. But here's the good news. You can change that, starting tomorrow. Start your day by drinking a glass of warm water, going to the bathroom right away, rising slowly and mindfully, eating a light, low-sodium breakfast, and most importantly, taking your medication on time and correctly. Just a few mindful minutes each morning could add healthy years to your life. Because stroke doesn't choose who it strikes when we're unprepared. But you can choose to prevent it. If you found this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your loved ones, neighbors, and friends, especially those over 50, 60, or 70. One click could literally save a life. And don't forget to subscribe to our Golden Vitality channel, where we bring you trusted, practical, and easy-to-understand medical advice to help you live healthier, sharper, and happier as the years go by. See you in the next video, where we'll share more simple, natural, and powerful ways to protect your heart, brain, and life.